Hey guys, Ultra Seaboy here, and today we're gonna do something a little different. Recently I've been playing a ton of Balatro, I absolutely love this game, and I want to showcase a mod that I developed for this game. This is Ditto, and it has a fairly simple effect. It gains times 0.3 mult whenever a playing card is copied, starting at times 1. Now, copying playing cards isn't necessarily difficult to do, but there aren't that many things in the game that do it. As far as the vanilla game is concerned, it boils down to 3 things. The Death Tarot card, the Cryptid Spectral card, and the DNA Joker. And as you can see, doing those 3 things made a total of 4 copies of this Ace of Diamonds here, and as a result, the Ditto, the ability procced 4 times, and gave us a total mult of times 2.2. That showcase was relatively short, this Joker isn't particularly complicated, so for the rest of this video, I'm going to talk about the design and development processes that went into this mod, accompanied with some gameplay in the background of a full run where I got Ditto in the first shop. I designed Ditto with 3 broad goals in mind. First, I wanted to make a Joker that could reasonably be added in a future update, at least in function, while still offering something new. Or even more broadly, I wanted to make a Joker that would fit into the vanilla game. To do this, I tried my best to adhere to LocalThunk's own personal guidelines for Joker design, which he outlined in a Reddit post. I'm not going to go into detail about these guidelines, but I do believe that Ditto adheres to them quite well, and in the few cases where you can say it doesn't exactly adhere to them, well, Thunk expressed himself that there are exceptions to his own guidelines in the base game, so I don't think that's a big deal. Second, I wanted to create a sort of dichotomy between Ditto and other multiplicative scaling Jokers, particularly ones that scale by a factor of 0.25, and especially Hologram, one of my personal favorites and which this Joker was largely inspired by. The idea is that a lot of these 0.25 scaling Jokers are relatively easy to scale, but don't scale the fastest. While the scaling condition on Ditto is still relatively reliable, but it does have fewer ways to activate it. But when you can activate it, it does scale slightly faster, hence the choice of the 0.3 increment. Maybe if this is too few ways to trigger it, I could come back to it and also let it trigger on copied Jokers or consumables, but point is, I wanted it to scale faster at the cost of being more difficult to trigger. Finally, and most importantly, I don't know, I just wanted to have fun. Like, as I've said already, Balatro has been one of my favorite games as of lately, and as a programmer, I saw that the process for modding the game and developing said mods was relatively straightforward, so I figured, hey, why not? And you know what? It was a relatively familiar situation to me, having also developed mods for a game called Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes a while back. I had this game that I loved, and a mod idea I wanted to make in it, with no prior experience with the engine or language that I was made in, but I was still able to figure things out and learn the tools needed to make what I wanted. Of course, the difference between then and now is about 7 years of experience, including 3 years of studying computer science in university, so you would be correct in assuming that this time I was able to figure things out much more quickly. But all things considered, I did have fun making this mod. It was a very interesting experience, for reasons I'm not going to go into much detail about here. Maybe I'll put up a wall of text and post, pause if you want to read it, but I did enjoy it. So yeah, that was my Ditto mod for Balatro. If you want to try it out for yourself, the link to the GitHub repository is in the description. If you want to watch unedited gameplay of this mod in action, that's also in the description. And while you're still here, why not give a like, comment, or subscription? Every little thing you do means a lot to me and encourages me to make more content. And I'm planning on putting out more Balatro content in the near future, so subscribe if you don't want to miss that. That's it from me. Thank you for watching. I just have to cut my losses and take misprint. Yeah. Well, here we are at Violet Vessel. I didn't get Ditto as big as I wanted it to be, but through various uses of depth, I managed to get it to 2.8. Also got polychrome on it for some reason. I think I can beat Violet Vessel at this point, but I can't one-shot it. Oh, alright, 700k. Yeah, that works.